Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video with your host, Carl. Today I'm going to be going over an interesting laptop I bought off of eBay. Not this one here. I'll talk about this in just a second, how it relates. So we'll see if the one I bought that's still in the box still works. But this is kind of answer a question I get a lot. I get a lot of questions of, is this the best laptop for me? And that's a really hard question for me to answer, mostly because I don't know. There's hundreds of laptops out there. There are a ton of different options, capabilities, features, things like that that really go into the person they're using it, how they're using it, and what they need it to do. And this laptop here has been my daily carrier. This is a Lenovo 110S, and it has been with me every single day for the last 3 or 4 months. It fits in my backpack or my laptop bag that I have to have my work laptop with me, and I needed a laptop to access personal things. At work, I'm not allowed to access things like Gmail and things like that. So I needed to have something with me that I could use on my breaks to access personal stuff. And I've used it a lot. I recently sold and then bought a new home. And if you've ever done that, you know that you need to be able to respond to your lender, to your realtor on a fairly timely basis. I also have other projects going on where I need access to my personal information, and that laptop's been great. It gets an excellent battery life. It is awesome at doing one task at a time. If I'm checking my email, it's great. If I want to do some very light gaming, it's actually pretty good for that. But I'm finding myself wanting, not necessarily needing, but wanting a little bit more horsepower in a system. And so I decided to look around and see what I could get for my $300 threshold. Now, if you look at my channel, I review mostly laptops that are $300 or less. A lot of them a lot less. That Lenovo is only $150 still on Amazon. But I wanted to see if I stretched a little bit what I could find for $300. Now, this laptop did cost me more than $300. It was $305, but that does include the shipping, and I had to pay for shipping on this. So, what is it? Well, you will find out here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and cut the tape, see how this is packaged. Now, the problem with buying anything on eBay is you are subject to the quality and the used product. But I looked a few different places, and eBay was by far the best price on this. That's not always the case. Shop around, Newegg, Amazon, eBay, if you're looking for a specific model of laptop. Looks like it's a box inside of a box inside of a bag. All right. So we have a power cord, and if you can read right there, it is a Lenovo. Now, a lot of people ask me why I buy a lot of Lenovo laptops. If I'm buying a used laptop, I lean towards Lenovo for 3 reasons. One, I'm buying business class laptops, which typically means, I'm not a huge fan of this wrap job. I'm buying a business class system, which means that I typically get more features for my money. And I usually get a better built system for my money. They make a ton of them. They absolutely make a ton of them. And so that means prices for the features is a lot less. And accessories and other parts are just a lot. But this is a terrible wrap job. I'm sorry, but this is awful. I wish I had known I wouldn't have unwrapped it on camera. Get my knife back out. So, anyways, you buy a used Lenovo, you're typically buying something that's better built, specifically ThinkPads. I would not buy a used IdeaPad, but a used ThinkPad, they're usually business laptops. They're usually something that's been off lease. A lot of them are very lightly used. The last, I bought a couple of T420s, one of which I reviewed on one of my videos, and they looked brand new. I mean, they obviously weren't new. They were T420s. They were 5-6 years old, but they looked brand spanking new. And I got one for my father-in-law, one for myself. And this is a Lenovo ThinkPad X250. So, and just looking at it cosmetically, it looks, once again, like a brand new machine. There's like no scratch. There's a little scuff on there. There's a little white something that just cleared off. There's a little scratch right there. That's the soft touch. So it does get a little scratches in it. Nothing too bad. A little wear on the sticker there. Open it back up again. Just a hint of wear on the touchpad, but nothing on the keyboard. This looks like a brand new laptop. I paid $300 for this. It's got a 5th generation Core i5 processor. It's an 11.6 inch screen, just like the IdeaPad. It is a flat, non-gloss screen. Now it is not powering on, so its battery's probably dead. One interesting thing about this is it actually has a battery here underneath, and then it has this battery up here, which is really hard to take off with 2 hands. There we go. So it actually has 2 batteries in here, and this one can be easily replaced with a larger battery. I think this is a 3-cell, and then they have a 6-cell, if I remember correctly. There we go. So we'll get this charged up, and we'll do some performance tests on it and look at it. So I just wanted to unbox it real quick and show you, just to compare against my IdeaPad. Alright, so I want to go ahead and just compare the 2 laptops together. The 110S is slightly smaller here on the edge. You can see it's just a little bit smaller side to side. Thickness wise, the overall thickness is a little bit thicker on the ThinkPad, but it does have cooling, which the IdeaPad does not need. It also has the 2 batteries in it. Well, there's one up here in the front and then one in the back, so that it requires this to be a little bit more square to hold those 2 batteries in it, where the battery in this is just kind of all through it, and is a lot smaller. And this also is beveled towards the front and the back, which makes it feel thinner as well, even if it isn't quite as thin. Now, the one thing that the ThinkPad has over the IdeaPad, besides the much more powerful processor, is the ports. Mini display out, USB 3.0, VGA, there's your power, another USB, memory card, and Ethernet. So the Lenovo ThinkPad has 2 USB 3.0 ports, and the IdeaPad has 2 USB 2 ports and 1 USB 3. It does not have the Ethernet port. It does not have the 2 display ports. I believe the Lenovo ThinkPad does support 2 different display outs. So weight-wise, obviously, the ThinkPad is going to be a lot heavier, but it does have a magnesium chassis, a magnesium alloy chassis in it, so that it's a lot stronger. It's meant to take pretty significant falls, where the IdeaPad decidedly is not. But we will go ahead. I know it's not powering on, so we'll go ahead and plug it in and power it up and see what we get. Alright, so I've gone ahead and plugged it in. Now, I originally plugged in the power cord that came with it, and that didn't seem to do anything. So I fortunately, again, I have a lot of Lenovo, so I had an extra power cable laying around, so I plugged that in, and it did boot. If I'm to this screen, I've come across this before with my wife's computer, and just updating the drivers on it seemed to fix the problem. So go ahead and see if we can't get this working properly. When you buy a used computer from anybody, you're buying it for a reason. Just like buying a used car or anything else, there's a reason why they're selling it, and typically it's up to you to figure that out and see if it's worth fixing on your own. So we'll be back in a few and we'll see if we can't get this resolved. Alright, so I plugged in my USB drive and started to boot to Windows from my USB to see if we could recover the drive, and it just shut off. So there's definitely something more going on with this laptop, and it's either up to us to figure it out, or up to me to figure it out, or decide if I'm going to try to return it for my money. I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. I definitely don't think this is an issue with this laptop model, but possibly something specific with this laptop. So I may still recommend this one. We'll see. I really was hoping for something thin, light, small, that got great battery life that I could carry with me, that gave me a little bit better performance than Lenovo IdeaPad 110S. So we'll go through this and figure this out. Well, I screwed around with it for quite a while and I couldn't get it to power on, so I, just for kicks and giggles, went on to Lenovo's website just to see if it might still be under warranty, because these oftentimes come with like a 3-year warranty, and it's only about a year and a half old, and it has about a year and a half of warranty left. So, or I guess it's a little over a year, no, 365, yeah, about a year and a half of warranty left. So I'm going to request a warranty repair on it, and see if we can't get it repaired under warranty, because that would be awesome. So in this case, I lucked out with the fact that it should be under warranty. So I have another one of these coming. Hopefully that one does work properly and doesn't not power on. I thought that might be the case with this because the person did say that it was having some problems, but I thought I'd give it a go. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for hopefully a follow-up with a working machine. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.